Everyone wave. Everyone wave.
Alright, behind alcohol and tobacco, marijuana is considered to be the third most popular recreational substance in the United States. In the decades following the 1960s, marijuana was greatly frowned upon by society because of the myths that surrounds its use and how it is advertised to the public. However, recent debates have shined some light to the issue because of the rising awareness about marijuana's questionable reputation. My goal is to reverse prejudice, relieve ignorance, and inform people of the known and potential uses of this remarkable plant. While recreational marijuana usage is still widely controversial, many people agree that the drug should be legal for medical uses. The problem surrounding marijuana comes from decades of propaganda, and I am here to dissolve the myths that go with the use of marijuana. Marijuana is the only known plant that contains compounds called cannabinoids, and our bodies naturally make this compound to help relieve pain. That means marijuana can be used to treat people with glaucoma, help control epileptic seizures, decrease anxiety, and helps cancer patients fight nausea. Those are just a few of the effects marijuana has proven to be true. Its uses go far beyond just getting high. It can be used to make paper, therefore saving many trees, clothing, and most importantly, medicine. This would be because of the growing number of patients in the U.S. who are turning to marijuana as an alternative to prescription painkillers. Prescription opiates are derived from the same source as heroin and morphine, which are highly addictive and frequently abused by teens. The Center for Disease Control officially declared an epidemic of prescription drug abuse in the U.S. with overdoses resulting in more than 44 deaths each day. That's 17,000 deaths per year. And to top it off, U.S. citizens make up 5% of the world's population and consume 75% of the world's prescription drugs. To this day, we still have no recorded deaths related to marijuana overdoses ever. States with medical marijuana laws have actually reduced opioid overdose deaths by 25%. Many politicians who claim that marijuana is a gateway drug need to consider the reality that opioid painkillers are worse. Not only that, police arrest more people for marijuana use than for all violent crimes combined. Defenders of harsh penalties of drug possession say they are necessary to deter people from using drugs and to protect public health. But despite the tough on crime push, illicit drug use today is more common among Americans 12 and older than it was in the early 1980s. On any given day, at least 137,000 people sit behind bars on simple drug possession charges. According to a report released by the American Civil Liberties Union and Human Rights Watch, more than 1 of every 9 arrests by the state law enforcement is for drug possession, amounting to more than 1.25 million arrests each year. Most of the people police are arresting aren't kingpins, but rather people with small amounts of marijuana. States waste more than $300 million enforcing marijuana laws every year. For our communities, marijuana arrests mean wasting money that could be better spent on repairing facilities. According to the ACLU's original analysis of the 8.2 million marijuana arrests between 2001 and 2010, 88% were for simply having marijuana. The Drug Policy Alliance believes marijuana should be removed from the criminal justice system and regulated like alcohol and tobacco. If marijuana is legalized, federal, state, and local governments should develop, adopt, monitor, and evaluate strict regulation to control marijuana production. Marijuana should be regulated in a manner similar to alcohol, with age limits, licensing controls, and regulatory and public health mechanisms. The National Monitoring the Future study has consistently shown that 80% of 12th graders, 70% of 10th graders, and 40% of 8th graders in the U.S. report that marijuana is fairly easy to obtain through friends. Although marijuana is illegal, people continue to sell it as well as smoke it through the black market, and regardless of it becoming legal or not, people continue to smoke it no matter what the government says. If marijuana becomes legal, the cops will have less petty things to worry about and may concentrate more on crimes as well as on more harmful drugs. Just 3 months after Colorado voters helped pass the legalization of marijuana, Denver enjoyed a 14.6% decrease in crime from that same time last year. Honestly, there's too much regulation on marijuana, and has been the case in other countries where legalizing drugs actually decreases violence. This would also stop wasting taxpayer money going after minor drug possessions, and contrary to a lot of belief, there's an enormous amount of money associated with the taxing of marijuana. And according to a report from ArcView Market Research, a group focused on the marijuana industry, the amount the national legal marijuana market worth is $1.53 billion. That's with a B. The estimated amount the national legal marijuana market will be worth in 5 years is $10.2 billion. The amount of tax revenue collected in Colorado on legal marijuana sales in just the first 2 months of 2014 was $6.17 million. It would reduce taxpayer money on crime and use tax income from marijuana sales to build libraries and schools instead. Marijuana is not illegal to smoke. It is, however, illegal to be in your possession. It's a contradiction that shouldn't exist. There are millions of Americans that smoke marijuana and are not classified as criminals or bad people. It is also used by people whose last alternative for relief is marijuana, and these people should not be punished by suffering at the government's hand. I feel that its positive aspects would greatly assist us in the present as well as the future. With all that was said, I hope to have changed people's minds that had some of the hostilities towards marijuana.